Yeah. This is. Oh, and thanks.
All right, we are here. This is the KevinMiller.com with the one and only the Pale Gypsy, Chris Murphy. How thunderflop to you, Chris?
Well, thunder flop on in here. Hey, everybody, how we doing today?
Great. Yeah, we heard you for 1 second. Now we're here. Thanks for joining. Chris and I were just talking. Chris is not a big Discord guy, not a big streamer guy. So we're gonna welcome him in traditional Sly Cooper fashion with open arms and nothing but love, and introduce him to the wonderful, wonderful world of streaming. Yay, Chris, for being brave! Yay!
Thanks. As Kevin is helping me enter this digital world, and has been gracious thus far. So we'll see if I don't trip on some digital stones along the way.
I'm triggered already. Tristan has the question: true or false? Your nickname was Dog as a child. Is that something I know?
Who? Me?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. They're also saying Go
Dog?
Raiders, so it feels like they know
Go
something
Raiders.
about you I don't know. Because I know you're a big Raiders fan.
Dog was never my nickname.
Oh, okay.
Dog was never my nickname.
It was a good troll. Tristan, how did you know that? Hey, and forewarned, thanks for the sub for yourself. That's oh no, actually, hole in one subbed forewarned. That's that's very funny. Forewarned is gifted about 80 subs, and so hole in one gifted him a sub. So that's so kind. A sub means they subscribe to this channel. So forewarned has been very generous and gifted subs to all sorts of people. So now someone is gifting him a sub. So thoughtful.
That's nice. That's nice.
That's right.
It's nice to know that this online world is being used for good.
That's right. So for the stream tonight, I wanted to ask you what we should play before I started it. I think I put Sly 2 down, because I feel like that there's some really good scenes for you in the very beginning. But if you had an opinion on something else that you're like, actually, I really like my performance in this or that, I'll pop a different game in. So what are you feeling?
Let's just go Sly 2. If that's what you had lined up, let's do it.
Let's dive in. Here we go. Woo. Chris, do you play the games much? Do you sit down with your PS2 every night and play the games?
My PS2 I was sleeping with it, as you know, for years, and finally I broke it, rolled over on it the wrong way. So no, I have not been playing the games a whole lot lately.
Do you have a PS2 or PS3? Did you play the games?
I did not. Well, I did play the games. Yes,
Yeah.
my son had a PlayStation. I hope people don't get angry at me, but I have an Xbox, so.
Oh, you're a Microsoft. No, we love We love the Xbox. What do you play on the Xbox?
Play a whole lot anymore, but when I do, it's mostly like role-playing games. So,
Okay, yeah.
I'm playing Witcher a lot. That's what what is that one? You know what? Let me go take a look at it. I always forget the name of it. 1 second.
It's called The Witcher 2. The White Man. Hi, Chris. Also, Kevin just got back to you about the podcast. Yeah, I'll need to take a look at that. The White Man, absolutely. Brazil loves you guys. Thank you, Virtual Gumballa. Velope 97. It's okay to have both. You traitor. How dare you? Traitor? Xbox is great. Actually, I've owned an Xbox forever until recently. Now I always had a PlayStation and an Xbox, and now I have a PlayStation and a Nintendo. So actually, we have 2 Switches and a Wii U. Mo consoles equals mo fun. So true.
True. Okay, so it is Kingdoms of Amalur.
Ooh, I don't know that title. What is that?
What? Really? It's a huge, open world RPG.
Ooh, I
Like
do like
all
open world
kinds of.
RPGs. So
It's great. You get to forge your own weapons, which is
cool.
one of my favorite things to do.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, and it's hours and hours long. So.
Is it a Xbox or a Microsoft exclusive? Is that why?
Possibly. Reckoning. Well,
What
is
is
it?
wrong with me?
It's Reckoning. I maybe not. They might have it for PlayStation because my son has played it.
Oh, okay.
So
I'll have to check it out. How about you all in the chat? Do you know Reckoning? Also, I missed this jump twice now, and I think that's largely because I've been playing Psychonauts 2, including 30 minutes ago, and I need to reprogram my brain right now.
recalibrate.
Recalibrate! Do you metalwork at all, Chris? I don't know if that's in reference to the game or in real life.
No, neither. I would like to actually get into metalworking and blacksmithing thoe.
Really?
Real life.
That's
That
cool.
would
Like
be
an
fun,
actual hobby you'd want to do. That's cool.
Yeah, a buddy of mine has. He bought a house years and years ago that he still lives in. He and his wife, and the previous owner was a blacksmith, so he had a bunch of this like old setup stuff. And we'd be poking around it, and I thought, wow, that'd be really cool to do. So one of these days.
Yeah, I don't even know where you would go to do that. Like, how do you go? Like, is there metalworking neighborhoods? Like, go to someone's house and they have a 600-degree furnace?
I don't know. Well, I can tell you, there aren't. I'm sure there are some in Northern California. Actually, now that I think
Yeah,
about it,
that's true. That's very true.
this is the place to do it. I'll poke around.
Yeah, please do. Find out. Do some research to find out. All right, people are asking, specifically one guy is asking if you can do the voice. He did a Thunderfly. Right as we came in, we're about to hear
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Murray in the game. So let's see who did it best. Chris circa 2004 or Chris circa 2021.
Wow. The old pipes here.
Dust them off, Murray.
All right, let's see. Well, let's see. Once, how about this? Once a Murray part comes up,
Yeah.
and the dialogue pops up, I'll just read the dialogue.
That sounds good.
As
Oh,
best
that's
I
good.
can.
Yeah. There's a little
Shall we
bit of
do
a
that?
delay in what you're seeing and what I'm playing. So, but I think that's a good plan. Let's do it. All right. Yeah, as you can see me miss these jumps over and over, but yeah, we're about to see the Murray. Does that voice hurt you? Does the Murray's voice damage your vocal cords?
It takes a while for it to really start to, get
Get in there?
raspy or whatever.
I think if I do it one time, like I did it the other night, just in a quick stream, I said thunderflop, and I was like, oh, now I regret that. So, all right, here comes your first line.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think it's helped me. The times they've tried to recast me, I think it's
That's
helped.
right. Your ability to
keep
do
my
it.
job.
All right, there you go.
All right, let's see what we can do.
No, Murray, I kept it a safe distance.
Good.
Thunderclap
knows
are you
neither
taller
friend
than
nor
that?
foe, only destruction.
Could you maybe channel some of that raw energy
we're
into
all
the
about.
security cage?
Oh, here we go.
There you go. Yeah.
Nothing before the Murray.
Greetings, citizen. I hope you weren't harmed by my meteoropic entrance.
Oh, it.
Good, good. The Thunderflop knows neither friend nor foe, just destruction.
I am shocked because when I hear those lines in the game, it sounds like your voice is being modulated,
I
and
think they did it for 2. They
they
did.
they did.
2.
But what you just did isn't much different. Like you're definitely dropping that to a base level that most humans can't go to. So have you done any guttural metal singing in your life? Because that's really impressive.
Not officially.
Not officially. That's Murray's like side gig, right? He's in
Maybe that's the next
metal.
thing for him. You know, he's done the wrestling. He's done the guru. What's next?
Right.
Metal.
Metal. Yeah, it's funny because they dropped your voice in 2 to make him sound beefier or something. They want like he had too many cliff bars or something. But they didn't do it in the subsequent games, right? Like
No.
it doesn't sound like it. And I've talked about on the stream a bunch that Sly used to whisper the whole time in Sly 1, and then by Sly 3 it was completely forgotten. Like he just talks full voice the whole time. So
They're like, whisper louder, Kevin.
yeah,
Whisper
pretty much.
louder.
How about I just talk? How about that? I'll just talk to it. Let's hear Chris do a Sly impression now. Ooh, that's good. Okay, so I'll do your.
Please.
I hope you weren't harmed by my meteoropic entrance. That's my best.
Oh, that's really good, Kevin.
You're too kind, too kind. It actually, I could only do it because I just heard you doing it, and it still hurts.
Let me see if you have a Inspector. No, oh man.
I got super excited. I was like, oh yeah, that sounds like me. That's good.
All right. I'll try. Crime? I haven't stolen anything yet.
Ooh,
No, that's horrible.
that was good. Did you?
You have the silkiness that I don't have.
Yeah, that's. you bring the crunch. I bring the silk. It's like we're Special K cereal. I'm the milk and you're the granola.
And we're just so good for you.
So that's right. It's vitamin D, omega fatty acids. Did you read for Sly way back in the day, or Bentley when you auditioned?
I read for Bentley.
Did
I
you?
remember that. Yeah, and they were just like, "Can you sound like this guy?"
Oh,
and they played Matt?
Did we play the Matt voice and go do this? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Which is never good in an audition. We're like, why don't you just get that guy? Like,
yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking that's weird, but well,
okay. Yeah.
I can't do it.
Right.
I knew I wouldn't be able to, so like I'll give it my best shot. But
I could do this instead. Yeah, I remember. I don't think I read for Murray because he's a big guy and I was a little shrimpy dude. I might have, but I don't recall. But I definitely remember reading for Bentley and thinking like Bentley is the kind of character I would normally get cast as. Techie, nerdy, anxious, all those things definitely describe me. And then when they're like, "Hey, we're thinking of Kevin for Sly," I was like, "Huh, that's interesting." I had no idea that my voice could sound like that.
yeah, well, it worked out.
It did work out. I was surprised. Surprised as anyone. For both Kevin and Kevin, what is your favorite moment in the Sly series? That's a good question.
You know what? My favorite moment is probably when in Sly 3 when it's discovered that Murray has been hanging out with the guru.
Oh,
That whole kind of introduction scene into that is just, I just love it. That's probably my number one favorite.
And what about it is so appealing to you?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, it's indicative of how creative the writing is.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about Murray. I know that he's like the tertiary character, And I'm totally cool with that. And I never want that to change
No.
because one of the benefits that I have of that is that I get to have all these weird storylines, like that are sort of set that can be separate and a little bit apart, but then they get woven in. But Murray is often kind of doing his own thing, be it the wrestling or
Yeah.
trying to find his spiritual center. So it shows balance to the character.
Yeah.
It's just it brings in also this sort of the mystical,
Yeah.
and mysterious in that way as well. So I just think it's fun all around.
It is a good choice. I remember Nate telling us that the first iteration was that Bentley bails and it's just Sly and Murray kicking around because Bentley, of course, was hurt at the end of 2 and had a wheelchair. And I guess the idea was that they were going to try to convince him to come back to the gang. But then they couldn't go 2 feet without Bentley explaining something. So I wondered if they were like, could Murray describe? No, I don't think Murray can explain what to do. So
Here's what's going on.
Right.
First, you gotta get the doohickey and go with bang bang with it.
Okay.
Then you put it down.
Yep, Murray, which one's the bang bang? Oh.
That's the one next to the ding dong.
Okay, Murray. Oh no, the cops are here. What should I do?
Just tell them to get the ding dong and the bang bang.
Oh no, Murray!
And,
Oh, they've got me! They've got me! Get Bentley!
Hi, are you there? What happened?
There you go. There's someone animate that. That's for you. Persistent 8732. Kevin, your recent tweet about the Sly mummification is causing Sly 5 rumors again. It's pretty detailed the way you wrote it. Persistent, I appreciate that. I believe I could post a picture of a grilled cheese sandwich and people will say that that's creating Sly 5 rumors again. That being said, all of that was just me wanting to participate in the conversation because I love imagining next chapters and stuff. And I thought, did you happen to see that string, Chris?
No, I didn't.
So someone asked, what, in your opinion, let's dream, what do you think happens to get Sly out of Egypt? Because if you remember at the end of Sly 4, he wakes up in ancient Egypt and with this cliffhanger. Yeah.
Right, okay.
How do we get him out? So I said one word, mummification. And a ton of people were like, no, that's terrible. And I was like, no, it's okay. When Murray and Bentley open up the sarcophagus, Sly comes out stumbling around all wrapped in bandages, and he and the gang have 72 hours to steal back a heart jar from a nefarious museum in order to return him to his Sly state. And that was all just an idea I had, not like a real thing. But people, of course, thought that was the story. I don't think it would be. I think that they had a level in Egypt that they wanted to do. I thought of a level outside of Egypt. Forewarn is dispensing all of his subs for the world. Thank you, Forewarn. Welcome to Gamerland, y'all. It's good times. How do you think Sly would get out of Egypt, Chris?
Let's see. Other than, the mummy thing.
Which is, obviously the most realistic answer.
It is. But, if I had to go with a second choice, let's see. Thinking they'd have to do something where it's like Murray and Bentley would go in there as, like an archaeologist, and then Murray would be his the guy who just carries stuff, his laborer, and he'd be like, well, we gotta go in there and get the treasures or whatever, and then they'd have I just had to see a wheelbarrow, Murray with a wheelbarrow in there, going in there, and then all this treasure and Sly hidden under the treasure, and then we'll bear him out. Well, we gotta get back to the Smithsonian now. Bye. See you later.
So your version also happens with him or did they come back in time to get him? Did I miss that part, or is he dead in the future?
Dead?
Well, because the point is that he's stuck in ancient Egypt. So did the
Oh,
gang travel back in time to get him? Or, does he just die? Or is he,
that's right. The ancient part
yeah,
that went right over my head. That's a little bit of Murray.
True to form.
But this is just a side note. I noticed a question
Yeah.
about was I born in 1963 or something? No, I was born in
No.
1975. I'm 46
1963.
years old. I'm currently 46 years old.
Uh,
Um, anyways, let's see. Go back in
who thought
time
you
or
were
have them.
born in 1963? The internet tells lies. Don't believe the internet.
There's a lot of Chris Murphys out there.
That's
So
fair. That's
I'm
fair.
sure
Are you
I'm sure
confused
one
with
of them
other
is
Chris
mine.
Murphys? Do you get other
Huh?
Chris Murphy? Like, do people think you're like they combine the two Chris Murphys? Because I get it all the time. There's a Kevin Miller filmmaker and a Kevin Miller VO and a Kevin Miller writer, and I get confused with I get merged with those guys all the time and have to go through and peel them off.
Yeah, there's a couple of credits on my IMDb page
Mm,
that are definitely not me, and I've tried to get them off, and
yeah.
they're stuck on there. I'm like no, that's not me.
Right.
I
It's
can't.
not.
I'll not take credit for this. It is not me. Give it to the person. You know, and then they just
TBG Gunter has a Gunter. That's pretty good. The thing about the demo, was your voice in the demo? It had a different Sly. I think that was you, right? You were in the disc as well, right? Do you know what I'm referring to?
I'm not sure.
So
Which demo?
before the game was released, there was an E3 demo that just had like one level on it.
Okay.
And it had some stuff, and it had a different guy being Sly, but I think everybody else was who they are. Like, I think it had, maybe it even had the like the big gay Al version of you, but maybe not. Someone needs to tell me if
Okay.
it's actually Chris.
Was that the first? Yeah. So was that the first voice that I did?
I think so. Well, because that was your inspiration, right, from South Park, Big Gay Al.
Not necessarily. It was kind of more, kind of growing up. It was sort of like an archetypal character of just this sort of like large, blustery, like it's more that kind of a guy, but just sort of that
Give us a little bit
applied
of that.
to.
What was that guy?
Whoa! Hey, Sly, you're on the ledge there, Sly. Be careful. Oh boy, you got to the balcony. Oh, now I can breathe again.
It's
Whoa!
it's Ed. What's his bucket? He was the Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland. What is that actor's name? You have a little bit of that going on there. Boys.
Torn?
Say again.
Rip Torn?
Is it Rip Torn? No, Ed Wynn. Oh my, it's unbelievable. Yeah, how could you say such a thing? The guy in Wreck-It Ralph is kind of doing an Ed Wynn. You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you? Oh, you hit a guy with glasses. So I see what you did there. That kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like that guy, but you inflated him with air. Not helium though, like a heavy air.
Right. That's good. That's good. So maybe you use those powers to get Sly out of ancient Egypt. So yeah, King Candy says that.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah. Tristan said, and Barney was what people thought you were going for, right? Like it was like, why is he like Barney? And so they're like, how about you do something else? And that's when the Chris Farley came in. Am I remembering that right?
Yeah, Barney, I don't remember what the criticism was, but that kind of rings a bell, actually.